Long before telescopes, long before modern science, an ancient people etched the stars into clay. But what the Sumerians recorded more than 5,000 years ago still leaves experts asking the same question today. How did the world's first civilization map the heavens with such uncanny precision? For thousands of years, the ruins of Mesopotamia have whispered stories of the world's earliest civilization. Among clay tablets and fragments of ancient writing lies a mystery that continues to puzzle historians and astronomers alike: the Sumerian Star Maps. These tablets, inscribed in cuneiform, are believed to date back over 5,000 years. Unlike ordinary records of trade or agriculture, they chart the heavens with a precision that seems far beyond their time. Some of these maps align with constellations we still recognize today: Orion, Taurus, and the Pleiades, suggesting the Sumerians carefully observed the night sky. Others, however, appear to depict astronomical arrangements not easily explained. One of the most famous artifacts, often referred to as the planisphere, was discovered in Nineveh and has been the subject of decades of study. Scholars have proposed that it may record a celestial event, perhaps even an ancient comet or asteroid passing close to Earth. Still, interpretations remain divided. Some researchers argue the maps represent advanced mathematical knowledge of planetary motion, while others see symbolic or religious meaning woven into their patterns. What adds to the intrigue is how these early sky charts compare to later civilizations. The Babylonians, Egyptians, and Greeks developed their own sophisticated astronomy, yet traces of Sumerian influence seem to echo across centuries. How did a society so ancient acquire such a keen awareness of the cosmos? Were they meticulous observers with tools and methods we have yet to fully understand? Or does the answer lie in cultural symbolism that modern minds struggle to decode? As the tablets continue to be studied, one thing remains clear: the Sumerian star maps are more than just records of the night sky. They are windows into how the world's first civilization sought to connect earth and heavens, leaving behind a puzzle that still invites us to look upward and wonder. The Vatican Museums are home to one of the largest collections of ancient artifacts in the world. Within its vast halls are treasures from Roman sculptures and ancient manuscripts to Egyptian relics thousands of years old. Among the most notable displays are the Egyptian mummies exhibited in the section dedicated to the Nile civilization. But a recent discovery has cast doubt on the authenticity of some of these sacred relics. At least a few of the mummies at the Vatican may in fact be fakes. The story began in 2015 when a group of researchers conducted X-rays and CT scans on 9 mummies exhibited at the Vatican Museums. The procedure was routine, part of a scheduled preservation assessment, but when the images appeared, something unexpected was revealed. 2 of the mummies did not contain the remains of children or animals, as previously labeled. Instead, wrapped tightly in linen were the bones of 2 adults, a man and a woman, dating back not to ancient Egypt, but to the Middle Ages, sometime between the 14th and 15th centuries. In one case, researchers even discovered a rusted nail from the 19th century lodged between the bones and the wrappings, seemingly placed there to hold the structure together. These were not authentic Egyptian mummies. They were 19th century fabrications, products of an era when Europe and America were swept up in what historians now call mummy mania. During this period, owning an Egyptian mummy became a status symbol among aristocrats and academics. Demand outpaced supply, and so a market for fake mummies was born. Antique dealers began wrapping the bones of more recent human remains in old linen, sometimes even repurposing fabric from damaged real mummies and selling them as ancient Egyptian artifacts. These counterfeit relics found their way into museums and research institutions across the globe, remaining undetected for decades. The Vatican was no exception. The revelation that fake mummies had been on display in the Holy See's most revered museum surprised the public and raised troubling questions about the authenticity of other historic relics. If forgeries can find their way into a place as sacred and prestigious as the Vatican, then what might be happening in museums elsewhere around the world? Yet, it is important to recognize a crucial point. The Vatican did not deliberately deceive the public. In the 19th century, verifying the authenticity of artifacts was largely based on appearance. Technologies such as X-rays or carbon dating simply didn't exist. Acquisitions were made based on trust and the perceived credibility of the seller.